found something a little bit interesting related to our top story here at Shot from the Point News. Hi, I'm Tommy C. Yeah, I got this interesting video put out by at Kai is Salty Kai is Salty Tears. This video, it mentions that Sarah got the laptop apparently several years ago, allegedly on a YouNow stream. And Sarah says she got the laptop, but it wasn't cleared or reset. Or, it's just, I'll show you that in a minute. And towards the end of the video, she mentions that she got pictures and sort of gives an uncomfortable face. I'll let the video do the talking. And then we'll go to another video that ONISION really recently made when he made a barrage of videos last week.
Hey, I got my laptop in the mail today. Guess who didn't reset it?
I did.
Well, it popped up like, hello, Gregory, and I was like, that's not correct.
I followed the directions.
I'm actually on your account right now because...
Probably better. I don't have as much stuff.
All right. Now, there's a pretty good chance this is the laptop in question. Of course, Sarah has said that the laptop that she received from Greg and Kai had incriminating photos and inappropriate things to give to a minor. But what this says right here, this is probably going to play in ONISION's hands. Kai attempted to, I guess, erase it. And Sarah says that she didn't do it. So she attempted to, I guess, reinstall Windows on it. And Greg's name came up, and now she's using her account. Watch the rest of this video.
Well, if you can figure out how to reset it, go for it.
You hoard pictures, too.
What do you mean? Like, digital pictures? Like on my computer? Oh, well, that's not a big deal.
This does not bode well This is not bode well. Now, I do not know. I'm not a lawyer about sending illicit pictures to minors, but you have to wonder about intent here. If it was just an accident and the laptop wasn't reset or Windows wasn't reinstalled, it kind of shows that Kai didn't intend to send racy pictures to Sarah. And is that a crime? I'll be perfectly honest. No, maybe it doesn't matter. You send them, you send them. And so you're sending inappropriate pictures to a minor, whether you meant to or not. Certainly, I will check in with a lawyer if I can in the next coming days to find out about that. But this is also interesting right here. Like, ONISION made a barrage of videos coming out. Barrage of videos last week, and he starts off in the middle of this video and complains bitterly about the Hansen investigation and the adventure the laptop went on. But he says this.
Because first of all, was never my laptop. Secondly, last person who owned it wasn't myself or Kai, or last person who used it as their own was neither myself or Kai.
Well, we know if this is the same laptop, we know that's absolutely not true. ONISION, if it said, hello, Greg, then they definitely had access to this laptop when they put things on there. So we know that's not true, but keep listening.
And then it was sold to Sarah, and then you guys just passed it around. It's so bizarre that you think that something like that would even remotely hold up anywhere. And above all, Kai doesn't even like porn.
Well, that doesn't make a difference with what she likes or doesn't like or anything. First of all, they clearly had access to it. And I think the issue here is rather the intent. If Kai intended to erase it, it might simply be an accident, whether that holds up in court or not. Whoever owned it before that is irrelevant. You guys had access to it. But I have to ask, I have to say this out loud. Is this all we got? Is this it? You know, I'm hearing rumblings that the so-called investigations are just the calls of complaints to the local police department. I'm hearing rumblings that the FBI actually is not involved whatsoever. Now, I haven't been able to prove this one way or another, and certainly Chris Hansen has said that the laptop's been turned over to the police, the FBI, and we've been told there's multiple investigations going on. But is it just the phone calls or the complaints that really just, some of the complaints to ONISION's house weren't legitimate. They were just, angry fans, the swatting, so to speak. But are those counting of the, do those count as the investigations themselves? Well, that means most of them are probably closed already. I've never, to this day, other than Chris Hansen's word, have seen any evidence that the FBI is investigating this laptop. And even if they find these pictures, you could roll back to this video right here. Kai clearly thinks,
hey, I got my laptop in the mail today. Guess who didn't reset it?
I did.
Well, it popped up like, hello, Gregory, and I was like,
if the laptop was reset and she attempted to reset it, then there was no intent to send illicit pictures to a minor. Now, if that's true. Now, it might not matter. You send illicit pictures to a minor, you send illicit pictures to a minor, whether you meant to or not. But I got to be honest with you, this is not a game breaker, and if anybody's guilty of anything, it's Kai, not ONISION. Now, I am starting to, I don't feel as good about this case as I did a week ago. Not at all, as far as any kind of a concrete statutory crime that ONISION committed. And if she had a bunch of pictures, inappropriate pictures on there, and Sarah bought the laptop, and they just simply forgot to clear the hard drive and put a new version of Windows on there, is that really criminal? And if it is criminal, are we really looking at jail time here? Again, I'll have my guys do some investigation. I'll speak to a criminal attorney if I can get a hold of him, and I'll find out. But I am wondering openly about the condition of this case and or investigation. If I don't buy ONISION's first of all, it wasn't even mine. Well, you had an account on it, but ONISION isn't fingered in this at all. If anything, it's Kai himself. So I'm starting to think this is I'm starting to think it's fizzling. I see all the sort of craziness that's going on online. And this is not all anti-O people, but believe me. There does seem to be a group of people out there, if you're not walking, sort of lockstep, that they're looking to smear you. The simple fact of the matter is horrible as ONISION is, and what he did to this girl is unforgivable. You still have to commit a statute crime, and there seems just to be a hunger to. There's just no doubt that he's guilty. Well, he's guilty of being a horrible human being. He's guilty of being a guardian of this girl. He's guilty and has admitted to engaging in intercourse with this girl as soon as she turns 18. And while that's just horrible, 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 and I often wonder how Sarah's parents could let this happen, there may not be a statute crime here. And we all may be being led around by the nose. I think the time has come to ask Chris Hansen the details of where this laptop is, because if she simply just has a bunch of naked pictures on there and didn't target her, and maybe there's something going on over there, like, oh, I forgot to erase it. Oops. I mean, is that enough to get a district attorney to charge Kai? With the evidence we know now, I'm pretty confident you couldn't charge ONISION. It's important to stick to what you know rather than what you want to be true. Here's what I want to know. This is a question for Sarah if I had one. What is, in detail, on that laptop that was sent to you as a minor? I want to know everything in detail. What was sent to you on that laptop? 100%. No insinuations. What is on that laptop? And Chris Hansen, what's going on with that laptop? Those, I think, are the really two most important questions right now. Now, we're told by Chris Hansen that the FBI has it, and hopefully we'll hear something. But I see this case starting to fizzle. Because this is, I mean, the circus with Billy the Fridge, and, I have a colleague of mine. They're trying to find out everything about his past because he's called the investigation into question. Help me out. I want this guy brought to justice, but he has to commit a crime, not just be hated. So I'm losing a little faith because I'm not getting on I'm not much of a bandwagoner. I'm not really good at that. Not my thing. Because if there's a bunch of naked pictures on there, or inappropriate or pornographic pictures, and this was not the intent, I don't think there's much of a case here. I really wonder if you can get a DA to even charge somebody with something like that. And if it is true that all these 11 investigations are just phone calls, well, most of those investigations have probably been closed already. Yeah. It might become time to face reality until we have a major break. This case needs a break, a major break that points the finger of criminality at somebody. And I think until then, we're going to kind of be in this, sort of stalemate, because that's what it is right now. It's very simply just a stalemate. And I think a lot of people thought, maybe even myself, this is it. We got him. FBI comes through. You have to have a crime. You have to have a crime. We'll keep you updated on everything we got. And if there is that break, but right now, I'm not feeling real good about this investigation. Leave your comments below. And make sure you hit me either on Discord or at Shot from the Point News on Twitter. Give us some tips. Get us on the right track. What are we missing? Because I am not seeing much of anything.